Think about the word energy. You use it every single day. You wake up and say, I don't have the energy to get out of bed. You eat a protein bar to get energy. You pay your energy bill at the end of the month. If I ask you to close your eyes and picture energy, what do you see? You probably picture a glowing blue light, or a bolt of lightning, or a vibrating aura. You picture it as a thing, a substance, a fluid that flows from a battery into your phone, or from the sun into a plant. But I am here to tell you a dark secret. It is a secret that physicists rarely say out loud to the general public. Are you ready? We have absolutely no idea what energy is. Richard Feynman, one of the greatest physicists of the 20th century, stood in front of a lecture hall at Caltech and dropped this exact bombshell. He said, and I quote, "It is important to realize that in physics today, we have no knowledge of what energy is. We do not have a picture that energy comes in little blobs of a definite amount. Energy is not a fluid. It is not a glowing light. It is not a thing. So, what is it? Feynman explains it using one of the most famous analogies in the history of science. It's called the Menace the Menace analogy. Imagine a child named Dennis. Dennis has 28 indestructible toy blocks. They cannot be broken, they cannot be cut in half, and they cannot be destroyed. Every morning, his mother puts him in his playroom with his 28 blocks. Every night she goes in and counts them to make sure he hasn't lost any. 1, 2, 3, 28. Every night the number is 28. This is the law of conservation of energy. The number never changes. But Dennis is a mischievous kid. One day, the mother walks in, counts the blocks, and only finds 26. Has the law been broken? Has a block been destroyed? No. She looks out the window, and she sees 2 blocks lying in the backyard. Dennis threw them out the window. She brings them back in. Total, 28. The next day, she goes in. She only finds 25 blocks. She looks in the yard. Nothing. But she notices Dennis has a toy box. The toy box is locked, and Dennis refuses to open it. Is the law broken? No. The mother is a scientist. She knows the toy box weighs 16 ounces when it's empty, and she knows each block weighs 3 ounces. She weighs the locked box. It weighs 25 ounces. She does the math. 25 ounces minus the 16-ounce empty box leaves 9 ounces. Divide by 3 ounces per block. That equals exactly 3 blocks. She adds the 25 visible blocks to the 3 hidden blocks inside the box. Total, 28. The next day, she only finds 24 blocks. The toy box is empty. The yard is empty. But she notices the bathtub is full of dirty water. Dennis threw the blocks in the water, and she can't see them through the mud. She doesn't panic. She knows the original height of the water. She knows that 1 block raises the water level by 1/4 of an inch. She measures the water. It is 1 inch higher than normal. 1 inch divided by 1/4 inch equals 4 blocks. Visible blocks plus 4 underwater blocks. Total 28. As Dennis gets older, his hiding spots get more complex. But the mother keeps inventing new mathematical formulas to calculate the hidden blocks. Now here is the mind-bending twist of Feynman's story. In the real universe, there are no blocks. Read that again. There are no blocks. In physics, we have all these formulas. We have a formula for the blocks in the yard. We call that kinetic energy. Ha-frac-1-2 mmv2. We have a formula for the blocks in the toy box. We call that potential energy, MEG-R. We have a formula for the blocks in the bathtub. We call that heat energy. We have formulas for electrical energy, chemical energy, and nuclear energy, EMC2. We calculate the speed of a car and we get a number. We calculate the heat of the tires and we get a number. We calculate the sound of the engine and we get a number. When we add all those numbers together, they always equal exactly 28. The total number never ever changes. But there is no physical stuff that is moving from the car to the tires to the sound. Energy is not a physical object. It is just a mathematical abstraction. It is a bookkeeping trick. Feynman puts it like this. It is just a strange fact that we can calculate some number. And when we finish watching nature go through her tricks and calculate the number again, it is the same. This is a terrifying and beautiful realization. When you burn a piece of wood, you think the energy trapped inside the wood is being released as fire and heat. But the universe doesn't see it that way. The universe just sees a chemical formula dropping in value and a thermal formula rising in value by the exact same amount. The universe is an accountant. It has a giant spreadsheet. and it is constantly moving numbers from one column to another, from the kinetic column to the thermal column to the gravitational column. But the total sum at the bottom of the spreadsheet was fixed at the Big Bang, and it has not changed by a single decimal point in 13.8 billion years. So, what is energy? Energy is the ultimate proof that we live in a mathematical universe. It shows us that beneath the messy, physical world of things we can touch and see, beneath the fire, the lightning, and the moving cars, there is a hidden architecture of pure logic. You cannot touch energy. You cannot see it. You cannot bottle it. You can only calculate it. And the fact that the math works perfectly every single time without fail is the greatest magic trick nature has ever pulled.